Hello, this is Vampire here to show you guys how I got to the cheese grater. But yeah, this is basically using the knife in the reverse grip. So back in 2006, I was making that conversion from the sticks to the knife. And yes, I had trained with the knife before, training knives and stuff, even life blades, but a little bit, right? But this was time where now I was really gonna change my focus into life blade. That was my entire focus. I wanted to go to a real knife and transfer all my skills over there completely, right? So doing Heaven 6, right? And then going into the training knife and then actual double knife and doing it on a real target with real combat force, that was smooth. It was an easy transition. If you have been putting in the time doing the Heaven 6, which by that time I had put in lots and lots of, I acquired lots of time, mileage of doing that. So it was an easy, honestly, super easy conversion. Now going into this, reverse grip, like this. So same starting position, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was like, okay, so I guess this is the way you do that, you know? And it was very awkward. Okay, so all my slashes changed into all stabs, as you can see right here. Stab, stab. Number 3, there's a stab. Now 4, 5, 6 from this side, from the left side. 4, stab, 5, stab, 6, stab, back to the beginning, right? So it all became stabs, and I was like, man, this is really, really awkward. And then I was like, I need to do something about this. I was like, okay, it's better if I put in the body shifting that Professor Bram Frank calls it body shifting. So from here, I'm going 1, 2, 3, and then body shift 4, 5, 6. This gives me a little bit more space, but the distancing and using a relatively big knife like this, and the stabbing part, it was really awkward, right? So then, one of the first hints, one of the first big helpful tips, right, is to go back to empty hand and do the Heaven 6 empty hand. So when you do that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm doing the same thing like I would with the sticks, but I'm doing empty hand, right? Normally, like for example, what Professor Danny Nosanto teaches is he goes forehand, backhand, backhand, forehand, backhand, backhand, right? That's the way that he teaches it. What I changed that, and I was doing this instead. I was going forehand, backhand, hammer fist. So that last part changes, okay? And then from the left side, forehand, backhand, hammer fist, okay? So what's the big deal about that? The big deal is now for 1, 2, and 3, each one of those is a completely different punch, a completely different angle. So the forehand, it's a backhand, and then it's a hammer fist. Those are all, I'm hitting with different parts of the hand, okay? A different angle, and it's a different type of punch. So once you do that, and so please put in some practice doing that, the next step, the next big hint was going to this, the tactical pen, okay? So yeah, this was one of the goals, was to be able to use this in a real life situation using the skills that I've put in the time, the Filipino martial arts, the Heaven 6, all that. So making that conversion, okay? So now going to this, that's exactly what I did. I noticed that, okay, so I'm going to go forehand and then backhand, hammer fist, forehand, backhand, hammer fist. So I was doing that with this, and then it basically got to the point where I am now pretty much ignoring the weapon because now I have the empty hands. It doesn't matter if I hit with the weapon or not. I'm still, it still works in a sense. I'm doing something. Now, if I make contact with this, even better. But now as a bonus, now it's like I didn't have to make contact with this. So once you start doing that, it's less awkward than this, where I'm trying to stab, 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 because now, like I said, I can flow now because it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be this. You know, it doesn't have to be this. It doesn't have to be that. Now I can really, if it's with my knuckles, if it's with the hammer fist, if it's this at this angle, the forehand, no problem. And then if it tags anything with the here or even the back part, hey, that's even better. So it just made things more fluid. Okay, so now let me go ahead and go to this because it's softer. So just to show you guys. So right here, okay, I'm using this, doing the Heaven 6 right here. So if my knuckles hit, not a problem. If this hits, not a problem. Okay, so you can see the application was now, it's much more improved. I can really flow. It doesn't feel awkward. And as I'm doing that, I noticed that, okay, because of the pen, it's now scraping. I am not obsessed now with the stab or the slash. Those were limiting me. So now I had learned from the pen is scraping. It doesn't matter what angle now. So once you free yourself from just those two, which is the stab and the slash, now you have scraping, which is infinite angles. So then I could start putting in circles, other direction, figure eights, reverse figure eight. So then as I'm doing this, the Heaven 6 in there, I can mix that in, which makes sense because that's what we were doing with the 6 anyway. We were creating variations of the Heaven 6, and now I'm free to do that with this. So that led me to, now that's the cheese grater, except cheese grater we're doing it empty hand, and you could even do it single hand like I showed you guys before. Boom, boom, boom. I'm making circles, making figure eights. I can go vertical, I can go horizontal, and then I could go double hand right here as well. So that final conversion of evolution of cheese grater, that comes from my grappling experience, where there's a technique called grinding, or it's more of a tactic called grinding, where you're grinding into the opponent, you know, using elbows or forearms or your knuckles into the opponent to cause a brief pain so that they open up. And now you could get into choke, or now you could get into you know, the arm lock. So it's just to open them up so that you could get the submission. But that's grinding. So now we're doing the grinding, standing up to stop their takedown, to distract them from attacking you. You know, those are the ways that we're using it. So that's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.